Welcome back for Week 5, Kent State fans. Hope you are having a good day, and thank you for the support. We emerged victorious in a thrilling game against Arkansas State, securing a 31-28 win in a game that kept us on the edge of our seats until the final whistle. Despite the interceptions, Ulatowski's leadership and Etheridge's explosive plays were instrumental along with the Golden Flash's defense that held firm in critical moments, ensuring the team's win. We had a balanced attack, totaling 325 yards of offense. The team accumulated 19 first downs compared to Arkansas State's 13. Their rushing game was solid, with 34 attempts for 129 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging 3.8 yards per rush. The passing game was equally effective, with 196 yards and 2 touchdowns on 13 completions out of 19 attempts. However, turnovers were a concern. The top players of the game were Ulatowski, with a passer rating of 168.7. He completed 13 of 19 passes for 196 yards, throwing 2 touchdowns, but also had those 2 interceptions. Additionally, he contributed on the ground with 14 rushes, although only for 9 yards and 1 fumble. Garcia was the standout in the rushing game, carrying the ball 12 times for 92 yards, averaging an impressive 7.6 yards per carry. Etheridge was the top receiver, making 5 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a long reception of 48 yards. On defense, Branch was a leader with 6 total tackles, including 4 solo and 1 tackle for loss. Campbell Jr. had 2 sacks against that strong offensive line. Dotson had a game-saving interception and 4 total tackles. Glass was perfect in his kicking duties, making all 4 extra point attempts and 1 field goal from 26 yards. Smith's punting was crucial, averaging 44.5 yards per punt with 1 inside the 20. Let's dive into the recent news from around the conference. Starting with some other notable games in the MAC, Western Kentucky beat Toledo 24-13. They controlled the game from start to finish, stifling Toledo's offense and forcing them into several turnovers. Their defense was particularly impressive, keeping Toledo to only 13 points. On the offensive side, Western Kentucky executed a balanced attack, mixing effective runs with timely passing plays. Akron beat South Carolina 21-13. They pulled off an upset against South Carolina with a solid defensive performance. The Zips' ability to limit South Carolina's scoring opportunities was key. Akron's offense took advantage of the turnovers created by their defense, capitalizing on short fields to put points on the board. Northern Illinois beat Buffalo 36-34. In a high-scoring affair, Northern Illinois edged out Buffalo in a close game. Both teams showcased explosive offenses, but Northern Illinois managed to come out on top thanks to a last-minute field goal. Their quarterback played a pivotal role, orchestrating several long drives and making crucial plays under pressure. Kentucky beat Ohio 34-23. They demonstrated their superiority with a convincing win over Ohio. The Wildcats' offense was firing on all cylinders with a potent mix of running and passing plays. Their defense also stepped up, particularly in the second half, to keep Ohio from mounting a comeback. Notre Dame beats Miami University 49-10. They crushed Miami University in a lopsided contest. The Fighting Irish were dominant on both sides of the ball. Their offense was unstoppable, putting up 49 points, while their defense completely shut down Miami's attempts to generate any significant offense. The top 25 rankings have seen some significant movements. Here's a look at the current top teams and the notable changes. Texas remains at the top after a dominant 49-10 win over UL Monroe. They face Mississippi State next. Oregon holds steady at number 2 with a strong start. Their next test is against UCLA. Ole Miss with a solid performance with a 27-17 win over Georgia Southern. They take on Kentucky next. Alabama maintains their position after a bye week. A critical game against Georgia is up next. Utah jumped 3 spots after a big win over Oklahoma State, now preparing to face Arizona. Notre Dame is sitting at number 6. The Fighting Irish face a tough Louisville team next. NC State climbed from number 11 to number 8 after a significant 45-21 win over Clemson. They will play Northern Illinois next. Louisville moved up to number 10 with a hard-fought 38-34 victory over Georgia Tech. A challenging game against Notre Dame awaits. Some notable losses. Clemson drops from number 5 to number 13, a significant fall in the rankings. Their defense struggled to contain NC State's high-powered offense, leading to a decisive loss. Oklahoma State drops from number 10 to number 16 after losing a close game to Utah. Despite a strong effort, they couldn't hold off Utah's late-game surge. Iowa drops from number 17 to number 25, barely holding onto a top 25 spot. A tough loss to Minnesota exposed some defensive weaknesses that they'll need to address moving forward. These losses and upcoming matchups highlight the unpredictable nature of the college football season. Teams will need to bring their best every week to maintain or improve their rankings. The MAC is heating up with several teams making strong cases for contention. Here's a breakdown of the current standings. Ball State is sitting at the top of the MAC with a 2-1 record and an undefeated start in conference play. Despite a narrow point differential, 67 points for and 70 points against, they have shown resilience and effectiveness in close games. Northern Illinois has had a tough start to the season but have the potential to turn things around as conference play begins. Akron is off to a strong start with a 3-1 record. They've scored 85 points and allowed 113 points, indicating some defensive vulnerabilities despite their winning record. Bowling Green is looking to bounce back after a rough start, showing potential despite a losing record. Eastern Michigan is at an even 2-2 record, showing a balanced performance with a total of 71 points for and 77 against. The Golden Flashes are undefeated and have one of the best point differentials in the conference, 112 points for and 74 points against. Their strong start includes both home and away victories, placing them in a solid position as conference play begins. Miami University is struggling with a 0-3 start, allowing 127 points while only scoring 54. Ohio has shown inconsistency, evident from their 2-2 record and a high number of points allowed, 107. Toledo is also at 2-2 record, with both wins coming at home. They've scored 79 points and allowed 91. Western Michigan has had a challenging start with a 1-2 record, scoring 103 points and allowing 87. Buffalo has had a strong start with a 3-1 record and a solid point differential, 138 points for and 108 points against. Their offensive capabilities have been a highlight. Central Michigan is off to a tough start with a 1-3 record, including a loss in their first conference game. They've scored 85 points and allowed 103. We are the only undefeated team in the MAC at this point, showing both offensive and defensive prowess. With a perfect 3-0 record, we are a team to watch as conference play begins. Despite a 2-1 record, Ball State leads the MAC thanks to their conference win. Their ability to win close games has been crucial. Buffalo has scored the most points in the MAC so far, with 138, indicating a high-powered offense that could be a significant factor as the season progresses. Teams like Akron, Buffalo, and Northern Illinois will need to focus on consistent performances to climb the standings. Defensive vulnerabilities have been apparent for several teams. Akron, for example, has allowed 113 points, which could be a liability as they face tougher opponents. The MAC is shaping up to be highly competitive this season. With several teams showing potential, the conference race is wide open. Keep an eye on Kent State as they look to maintain their undefeated streak, and on Ball State to see if they can hold on to their lead as more teams begin conference play. Let's take a look at the players of the week. On the national level, Defensive Player of the Week, Noah Collins from Arkansas State. Despite Arkansas State's narrow 31-28 loss to Kent State, Noah Collins was a standout on the defensive side of the ball. His relentless pressure on the quarterback resulted in 3 sacks, and he forced a crucial fumble that gave his team a chance to stay in the game. Collins' performance was a key reason the game was so close, even though the Red Wolves ultimately fell short. Offensive Player of the Week, Isaiah Bond from Texas. Isaiah Bond's explosive performance against UL Monroe was nothing short of spectacular. He dominated the game with 160 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns, showcasing his deep threat capability. Bond also contributed on the ground, adding a rushing touchdown to his tally. His versatility and ability to make big plays in both the passing and running games solidify his status as one of the top offensive threats in the nation. Kent State dominated the Players of the Week in the MAC. Jalen Dotson's game-changing interception return for a touchdown was a pivotal moment in Kent State's win over Arkansas State. His ability to read the play and capitalize on a mistake by the opposing quarterback not only swung momentum in Kent State's favor, but also contributed significantly to their victory. Dotson's presence in the secondary was a major factor in containing Arkansas State's offense. J.J. Etheridge was instrumental in Kent State's victory, with 130 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. His ability to stretch the field and make big plays when it mattered most was critical to Kent State's success. Etheridge's performance solidifies him as a key target in the passing game, and his chemistry with the quarterback was evident throughout the game. The Heisman Watch Update. Isaiah Bond's incredible Week 4 performance has propelled him to the top of the Heisman Trophy race. As a wide receiver, his stats are extraordinary, and his ability to impact games both as a receiver and a runner makes him a dynamic candidate. Bond is currently the front-runner, and if he continues to perform at this level, he could very well take home the Heisman. Ethan Vasco from Coastal Carolina. The sophomore quarterback is making waves with his impressive play, showing poise beyond his years. Bond's teammate, Ewers, is also in the Heisman conversation, highlighting Texas's potent offense. A consistent performer for Ole Miss, Dart is keeping his team in the hunt with strong leadership and playmaking ability. McCall's experience and skill have NC State performing at a high level, making him a serious contender. For my coaching points this week, I put them into tactician again to boost the defensive line. I think we have a good chance to win the MAC this year, so I want to boost the play on the field. You probably think I should go with a recruiter, but I have a plan. I think it will work out for us in the long run. Okay, so let's take a look at the recruiting board for this week. We are still leading the race for coffee, and we have him set up for a visit. I'm going to search his social media this week to free up some more hours. Emilio moved us to the number 4 spot, and it looks like we will lose this one. But I don't want to give up on a gem, so I'm going to send the house and hope the other teams let up on him. Kinoy and Buchele both have us at number 1, and we will just search their social media this week. Dorn and Pepper are still in the same spot. There are several DBs that have us in their top schools, so we mostly searched their social media accounts and sent a DM to Zimmer. There is not a whole lot we can do with just 350 hours. There are a couple of DTs that we are trying to get some interest in us, so we sent a DM to each of them. Hopefully, we can win the MAC this season, and maybe that will help with recruiting. Daly was supposed to be out last week, but ended up playing in the nickel. He will move back to the starting spot this week. Jackson will replace Beatty in the starting lineup at the DT position. Kent State is set to face off against Eastern Michigan this week, a matchup that will be crucial for both teams as they dive into conference play. The Eagles have shown flashes of potential, but consistency has been an issue. Carson Lee is the anchor of the Eastern Michigan offensive line. With high strength and awareness, he plays a critical role in both pass protection and run blocking. His ability to control the line of scrimmage will be key to Eastern Michigan's success on offense. Lee's tendency as a power player suggests that the Eagles might lean on inside running plays where his blocking can create gaps for the running backs. Eastern Michigan's offense is balanced between the run and the pass. They like to control the tempo of the game with their ground attack while mixing in short to intermediate passes to keep defenses off balance. They've had trouble stringing together strong performances, often following up a solid quarter with a disappointing one. While not dominant, the defense has shown resilience, especially in crucial moments. They've been able to force turnovers and make big stops when needed. Their defensive backs have been a weak spot, particularly against teams with strong passing games. This could be an area where Kent State looks to exploit. Eastern Michigan will come into this game looking to prove they can compete at the top of the MAC. For Kent State, this is an opportunity to continue their undefeated streak and start conference play on a strong note. The key for Kent State will be to take advantage of Eastern Michigan's weaknesses while remaining disciplined on defense to contain their balanced offensive attack. This game will likely be a hard-fought contest, with both teams eager to establish themselves in the MAC. If Kent State can exploit the Eagles' vulnerabilities and maintain their composure, they should be able to come away with a victory. Well, it's game day, Kent State fans. See you at the game and back here next week.
Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick's Stadium, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the Eastern Michigan Eagles taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Kent State Golden Flashes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Golden Flashes will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Eastern Michigan Eagles offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Got room at the 35. He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the ground, he's got it again. Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wheeler. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Snyder. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, It's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Using his legs, it's McMillan. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
Third down coming.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back cat-like quickly?
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
To throw, it's Ulatowski. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Looking to pass on second down. They're trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. Runs through the tackle. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out.
And he'll glide his way in for the score. Touchdown, Kent State! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Line getting set on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. Fast motion from the offense. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wheeler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This is a 3rd and long.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back on the field after the break, and we'll start the quarter here on 3rd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the offense on second down. Now the play fake. Coming after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Snyder. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you early.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working.
Can anyone catch him? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Hands it off. Nice move there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Pressure coming. Working that left side now. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Golden Flashes have this offense rolling. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On the run, it's Ulatowski. This time he's got him. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to Garcia. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's King. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Eastern Michigan, 0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. To the air, it's Snyder. The quick out. Gets away from one, finds room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's McMillan. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Looking to throw it again. And the pressure gets to it. Down goes the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide out in motion. Back to throw. It's Ulatowski. He's going for the big play. He got it! Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to pound their way in. And will cruise into the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. He'll pull it on the read. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. Back to pass, it's Snyder. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, that's normally an easy throw and catch. It's just a slant route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Alabama has the lead right now, but this Tide crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 8 over Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Dances away. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McMillan. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's going to take off. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the State offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Gulatowski. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Got a man, it's Garcia. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Got the first down. Looking for more. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Golden Flashes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good, solid tackle.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. Makes the grab. It's Garcia. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Yeah, sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Back to pass, it's Gulatowski. Lets it fly deep downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He wants to throw here on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Walton. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. He's going to pass on second down. Finds the tight end. Bust through behind his pad. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Eagles are on the move.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. The inside handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Eastern Michigan will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Eastern Michigan going fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Snyder. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires the pass, intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Giving him his pads. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
How about this for starting field position? First and goal from the 2. They'll try to power it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical. And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they both their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. To the air, it's Snyder. They're setting up the screen.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Kent State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, the offense has the lead, has the football. All you got to do is run the clock out, maybe be conservative, run the football. They chose to throw, and the defense makes them pay.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisville. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Snyder. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Roughing the kicker.
And the extra point is good. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meet face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.